A little bit late as usual, but that's the Archangel Michael for you. Always busy. Always very busy, actually. I hope when you get here. Oh, waiting for the wax. There we go. The light of God into the chat. Excellent. Well, put the weapons of war away, I guess. Shooting throws. It's a pretty tricky business. But that's in the spirit world and not in the physical. But the throws are tricky in the physical. Oh. Yes. I see. A light, but no one watching. That's strange. Hello. How are you? Welcome to the Archangel Michael's chat. I have a little bit of content, not much, but we'll see how we go. I always say that, but always have a lot more. Well, what have we here? The Book of Wolverine. Wolverine. Ah, yes, very hot. But you get that. Might make it a quick. Well, let's see what we can see. Not very enthusiastic today. A little bit tired, but I'm tired all the time. Really. You get that? Well, let's have a look. Look into the Book of Wolverine. Wolverine. What have we got here? Well, oh, that's a copyright disclaimer. We'll do that later. So that way everyone's protected. Put that up there. What have we got? What have we got in the Book of Wolverine? What have I got in the Book of Wolverine? Oh, okay. That's the one. Sorry, not quite organized yet. Okay. Still wondering whether this guy is the same guy that you think he is, waiting for the wings. Well, if I do good enough, I might just grow him, you know. That's part of the plan. Oh, part of the plan. God's plan. It's a very good plan. Okay. What have I here? We look into it. It's very deep. You've got an idea what it could be? Oh, yes. Definitely. It's the Lord's Prayer. That's very deep. So, what are we doing? Are we turning the first key? Pick. The first key is always put God in charge. You put God in charge of your life, and He will guide you through, whether it be a small rain or a full storm. Okay, the Lord's Prayer. Are you ready? Don't you start. Okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. Well, we can sit back, relax, God's in charge. We're all good now. Put that book away, the book we'll read, and see what we got. Oh, the Black Death. The Black Death. What have I got in here? Oh, nothing there. Oh, here we go. Oh. Lots of content. We'll still do that one. I don't think you're ready for these ones yet. That's another time. But we see. I hope there's no trolls. No trolls. Even if trolls come here, we have to forgive them. They can't help it that their mind is confused. We have to try and guide them to the right path. And if they don't want to listen, well, they don't listen. This is going to be a pain. There you go. That's better. Got a bit of a reflux. Causes a bit of an echo. Okay. Well, I try and drag it out for at least 10 minutes before I start this content. So I hope your day has been good. I hope everyone has been well. What's up, Piglet? You're mine boy. Oh. Lexus, I don't know what you mean by that, man. But it's too, well, must be a troll. Must be one of these guys. But that's alright. If you want to be like that, I have some moderators, they'll come soon. They got the spanner and they got up, and that's the end of that. I could do it, but I'm not mean. If you want to come and abuse me, that's quite alright. I can handle it. One thing I can't handle is this speaker pissing me off. Maybe the troll. Well, we'll see how we go. So, 1 like, 2 people watching, seems to be a troll. I can't understand. What's up, Piglet? I'm not a piglet. I eat pigs, but I'm not a piglet. Well, so almost ready to do the rest of the content that I have. Not much, but it's good if you want to listen. If you really want to listen and want to learn something, you know, if you cannot do great things, you know, do small things in a great way. Do more ghostly, not scared. Well, you're not supposed to be scared. I'm the Archangel Michael. I'm not supposed to scare you. I just like to see it because it's for YouTube. It sort of messes with their algorithm. They don't know whether I'm an act, a puppet, or I'm quite real. Something I learned. Like you can get a sock. You can get a sock with a set of eyes. And you can make that sock say anything about anyone on YouTube. And they cannot sanction you. That's how the algorithm works. Remember that. This thing's gonna keep pissing me off. That's better. Got a bit of an echo. I hope you can still hear me. Hello, Kiki Eyes. What am I doing? Monos Gunning. Whoa, what am I doing, bro? I'm Archangel Michael. I did the Lord's Prayer just before, so you missed out if you didn't hear that. And I'm here to give good advice. Maybe sometimes I might talk a little bit about Jagger, alright, but that's not important. Too many people do that as it is. Well, if you cannot do great things, big great things, do small things in a great way. Remember that. Everyone is not going to be the hero or the fastest gun, even though we'd like to be. Not all of us can do great things, see? But we can do it with great love. So if you're not doing a great thing, what you're doing, put love into it. And you can do it with great love from the heart. That's the best way. And balance. Well, balance is always essential. Balance in diet, balance in everything. You've got to balance on the rope, otherwise you're going to fall off. Balance is not something you find. It's something that you can create. You have to create the balance. You're the one that creates the meal, puts the right ingredients in. You have to create the balance in the rest of your life. You're the one that's holding the pole. Do you hold the pole, or are you good enough without the pole? See, balance. And if you balance everything, you'll find everything would even out. Pretty easy. Balance, eh? I got to practice that myself. I am balancing this, a little bit of that, sometimes too much of this, and not enough of that. But you get that. Everyone's like that, but I gotta learn this just as much as you. Can you pronounce English well? Because I am not well understanding, and other people too. Okay, I understand. You're my favorite black American YouTuber. Well, I'm not black American. I'm black Australian, but that's a different story. I'm trying. It's just the way I got the set up, and I try to get the echo, try to get the ethereal voice happening, try to sound clearly, and I've got to put on a little bit of an accent. Hello, Sagar Reveal. Aha. See, 2 Spartans are here. Yes, Kiki Eyes, she's here somewhere. Well, there you go. These 2 ladies, these 2 people, they stood by me. They stood by Sparta when I needed it, and they're my most loyal watchers and supporters. So that is their reward. Okay. Okay, you're speaking faster and pronounce is very bad. I understand. Well, that's because the speaker's down there and the microphone's up here. But what do I do about that? Well, we could go to plan B. Plan B. We'll see how we go. I will try. Can you hear that a bit better? The echo, see? I've got to have it a certain way. It's a pain in the bum. Now, can you hear? Nope, we ain't doing that. Okay? We go to plan B.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Can you hear me now? Is that better? Can you hear me quite clearly now? Ah, yes, see? I always have a backup plan. Archangel Michael back alive again with the ethereal voice. No, sorry about that. I like to mess around like everyone else. I'm human, now. Okay, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Remember this. If you can't speak English well, then Asian people, you're not going to understand your talking. Well, what do you want me to speak like I normally speak? But if I do that, then that's not going to be doing what I need to do for YouTube. This is all an act. I can speak quite clearly. I'm trying to speak through a mask for a start, so it's a bit hard, so it's muffled. I'm putting on an accent. That's one thing for sure. Because I don't speak like that at all. Right? That's how I really speak. But you get that? I find that you have to put the earphones in or turn it up full rip. I understand that. I have only a cheap phone and the microphone is only right down there. So I cannot help that. I am sorry. But when I get a bit more money, I will make this channel boom. And I'll go boom boom. So, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Remember that. If you fail, doesn't mean you're going to die. People think that way, but it's not the truth. It's courage to continue that counts. That's the key. Okay? Keep your face and your faith towards the light of God. And shadows will fall behind you. Let's do the Lord's Prayer again. You want me to do the Lord's Prayer again? Well, we can do that twice. I don't see why it would hurt. As long as we don't do it that third time, because people start going, oh, they're going to be witches and they're trying to get us in. Crazy. But yes, for you, I will do it again. Just to bring a bit more faith into the chat. I understand. And I'm not angry. I forgive you. Okay, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. Well, that's twice we put God in charge now, so we're really sitting back now. We in the back in the Uber. Put that away in the book of Urim, or lose it. Oh, and don't want to lose that. Okay, where was we? You happy now? Amen. Yes. Good, good. Thank you, ladies. Now we are sanctified and we are good. We don't have to worry about these trolls, guys. That's good. So, what have I got here? The bad news is sometimes time flies. But the good news is you're the pilot. Oh, yes, Roma, she's very beautiful. She's controversial. I give her that. She's not everyone's cup of tea, but if you listen to her message and take out of the contents of the person, it's the message. That's what people seem to forget. Everyone's a certain way. Everyone's going to be themselves, but it's the message. And she has an excellent message. She's a good person. a bit conflicted, but she's young and got time. Thank you for going and having a look. My sister will be proud of something like that. I hope. Well, if you can change your mind, then you can change your life. People change their minds very easily, but do they change their lives? Well, you can, as easy as you change your mind. Sometimes it's not as easy as that, to make it sound easy. Oh, she's a warrior. Yes, she is. She's come through a lot, that one. A lot. A lot more than what people know. I am lucky I know her. I don't want to talk too much about the lady because it's rude, but I do know a fair bit about her, so I have to go shush shush, or I get in trouble. Okay? Don't sit down and wait for opportunities to come. Get up and make them. So you gotta get up, make the opportunity. No, you're sitting around, oh, I'm waiting, come on God, hurry up, give me this opportunity. I've been waiting for years, when you could have just walked down the road and done it. Like I said, too many people put too much energy into an excuse not to do something than it would take to actually do the thing. Crazy. But that's society. We make it this way. We're going to have drones soon getting around, delivering everything for us. And then what we're going to do? Sit on the couch? We'll all be sitting here talking to each other. Crazy. No, this is like a little bit of a fast time to get the message out. For me, I like to go traveling in the bush and driving, getting out in the country, in the nature. Yes. Okay, if you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will sometimes reward you with a new hello. Sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes if things are really making you stress in life, sometimes it's best just to say goodbye. And then there's no stress in your life, and how hard or how much feeling it might have. Sometimes it's not as easy as I am saying it, but if we can learn, we can make a better world and a better place just for yourself. And if not, ask God to help you. He'll guide you through. It's not for everyone. Everyone has their own way of being good. This is just some things that might help you. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. Remember that. We often, people that go out and care for other people, they forget about themselves. So you've got to remember yourself. Like they say, you've got to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Or you've got to love yourself and love God before you can love anyone else. That's the truth. When you learn to love God, then you can love yourself. And the only way you can love God is if you love yourself. Because He works through you. That's how the secret goes. That's the key. You're looking for someone to come down and wave something. No, it's inside you. That light of God is inside you. You have to find it. It takes a long time. Sometimes it takes it straight away. But you have to find that light inside yourself. It doesn't exist out there in the world. It's not up in heaven. God has given everyone a bit of light inside. That's why we are made in His image. How could He do this without giving us a little bit of light inside us? You have to look inside for God, for that light. Remember that, and when you make that peace within, inside here, and fill the vessel, and fill the temple and the mind, then you'll find that light. It'll come, it'll shine. A real champion is not defined by their wins, but how they recover from a fail. See? And that's Jagger White and my sister Roma. They failed a few times, but they've always recovered. And that's what makes them a hero. It makes them a real strong person and someone worthy of listening to. Because the truth can never be kept down. Remember that. You might put someone down, but if they keep getting back up, maybe because they're telling the truth. Or they're evil. Usually the evil ones stay up the top. You have to get ousted by the other evil ones, like Diddy got ousted by the other evil ones. He wasn't agreeing to what they wanted, so out you go. We'll put you out there to pasture. Simple as that, if you really want to look at the way the game's played. Or just different factions. Or trying to work for the same evil purpose. But you get that, allegedly. Okay. You may be disappointed if you don't. Oh, you may be disappointed if you do fail in life, but you're doomed if you don't even try. Most people say, oh, they didn't even try. You look at their history, and they're getting all this money. Oh, poor me, poor me. But you look into their history, and they never even tried. They scammed the shit out of you. Crazy. What a crazy world. I have a perfect example. You have that one that, what is it, that GoFundMe. When you have a problem. My partner had the cancer, the breast cancer. Stage 4, triple negative. A death sentence for the ladies. Or anyone else that gets it. No chance. 3 years, that's it. Poof, gone. She lived too. So that's how aggressive it was. When you've got that one, no cure. Well, we tried to go on GoFundMe to try and get some money. Nope, they didn't believe her. We don't believe you've got the cancer. And we had all the reports. And yet you see on the news all the time, these blonde, pretty ones, oh, got this money from making out they had cancer from GoFundMe. And they're allowed to get away with it. So, you have to keep trying. Even if you feel like you've been disappointed. But that's just the way the world is. It's crazy. Would rather fund the pretty face talking shit than someone telling the truth that looks like they come from the gutter. Looks. Just like most of these Hollywood ones. I can't listen to any of their songs. I come from the street, I come from the gutter, but I got more gold on me and I can buy a whole country. Oh, got my car that I can buy 7 houses with that car. Where you live. But I drive around, I'm poor, I'm gangster, I'm bullshit. Every one of them bullshit. They start to get real. Crazy. And people want to watch it. People want to chuck money in it. That's because you're going to go to hell. And I can't help that. I'm trying to save people. Trying to steer you to the right path. But if you want to promote evil, you want to surround yourself with that. And as easy as you think it is, like watching Disney. That's promoting evil. The most evil corporation out there. I used to watch them as a child. I can barely look at them now. Not what I know about them. Or any other company. Especially the music industry. We should be stringing them out in the street. Dragging them all out. Stringing them up. If you really found out what they've been doing. But we have to be nice. We cannot kill. So we have to devise a way that they should be punished. In this life and in the afterlife. If they are really evil, See, God, he's getting a bit angry with where humanity is, and I can feel it making me angry. You're not getting it right. We have to get it right. So, some people will want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. But there's only a few of us that will go out and make it happen. There you go. Which one are you? One of the three. Are you someone that sits there and you want this to happen? I want this to happen. That's good. You go through life always wanting. Some people wish it would happen. I wish this would happen. Well, you can live with the fairies. You can keep wishing, waiting for that wish. It will never come. But people, real people, the ones that make anything worth in this world, the ones that get awarded, like Jaguar, make it happen. That's what you got to do. You can't just wait for everyone to come and give it to you. You can't wish for it. Go out and go and make it. As hard as it is, some people can't. Or you've got to try. Or you become a failure. If you keep trying, you will not fail. You don't have to be great to start. But you have to start to be great. So, people wants to be great to be straight away. No, you got to start to be great first, one step at a time. People want it instant, poof, like a tea bag, or a McDonald's meal, or a Uber Eats. Everything's on a dial a button. Did, food. Did, toilet. Did, chemist. Did, everything. Huh? I guarantee if they found out an app, we can download the food straight through the phone. People will be going out to buy that straight away. My kids, I can hear them in the background. I might have to tell them to be quiet. Okay, so you don't have to be great to make a start. But you need to start to become great. Or become anything. I mean, you can't move the car unless you start it. It's a bit hard to push. You could push it, but you got to start it. If the battery's in. All dreams are within reach. All your dreams. But you just have to keep moving forward towards them. Sometimes you might not catch it. But if you move close enough, you might get close. Sometimes you will catch that dream. But you've got to keep moving forward towards that dream. You can't just keep wishing for the dream, wanting the dream. You've got to make the dream happen. Like my dream of trying to start this channel, trying to get the message out. I'm here trying to make it happen. Trying not to be a failure. Trying. I don't know whether I am or not. I don't care. Because if you try, you're not. That's the key. As long as you try, God will see you trying. Someone eventually will see you trying. And they will come and help you, like these two. And they've been rewarded. Very well. Don't worry. I have even thought about, one thing you want to know about Roma? Aha. She's one of only very few content creators that pays her moderators. And she pays anyone she does a chat with, anyone she does a crossover with, she will share her money with them. She's really good. She earns a lot of money, and she pays for a lot of people's wages. Looks after a lot of her family, her adopted family. She looks after all them. The lady, for a start, has the ex-husband with the children. She pays him the maintenance. She pays him $6,000 a month. So he's sitting back easy. You think that one? So she's the breadwinner. She's a good person. very strong, and done it all on her own. That's what people. That's why people should support her. That's why women should look at her, not so much at some of the things she says, but look at the woman and her success, and how she's come from being an orphan to being a success to being a star. Crazy. One day, I hope I will get like that on my own, without the church, without anyone's back. But we see. So, oh, my dreams and your dreams are reachable, but you just got to keep moving forward towards them. When you focus on good things often get better. You find that. You focus on the good things, they will get better. You focus on God, God will help you make things get better. Through you, through your friends, through someone in the community that has God working through them. Doesn't work all the time, but you have to keep faith. That's right. So when you focus on good things, now things will get better. Be so good that they can't ignore you. I thought that was a good one. They can't ignore Jaguar. What, is she so good they can't ignore her? That's crazy. I mean, I just caught a glimpse of that just Eve, even though, we haven't seen her for a while. She's still ranting about Jaguar. I thought she would have gone off on her own little tangent. But no, they've all got to go and peck. But that's what happens. When you start to hate someone and you can't change their pathway with God, you become bitter. So, she's obviously becoming bitter. At least she's not as bad as the Black Vulture. That's crazy, that one. She's a different tangent, that one. I thought she was all sweet and innocent. Now she turned out to be quite an asshole. But you get that. So be so good that they cannot ignore you. It's sad. Leave Jag alone. Yes, that's what I reckon. They need to leave her alone. Not so much leave her alone and stop watching her and the message, but with the troll activity, the way that they try to ruin her life. For what? For what gain? Crazy. To stop the truth. That's what they want to do. So, every morning is a chance to live your dream. So every morning you get up, you got a chance to live a dream. Remember that. God give you that chance to wake up. So there you go. The morning shines brighter when you radiate positivity. So when you're positive about things, well, it's going to be shining brighter. You get up. I find a good positive thing to keep yourself positive is your environment. If you've got a mismanaged environment, you'll find you'll get up and go, no. Or you've got a bit of an untidy house, you go, how you feel, because you've got to get up straight away to do a task and you don't want to, and it makes you feel down. But if you clean up your house, get the door into organization and not so mismanaged, because some people's houses are clean, but they're just mismanaged. Things stacked where they shouldn't be, but they're still clean. The floor's still clean. They're still all nine hygiene. It doesn't mean that the people are dirty. It just means that they're mismanaged. So manage your house, manage your environment, and you'll find that it'll be all good. You'll find that you'll have that positivity straight away. You wake up, I feel good. But don't be like me, go to sleep on the floor on a swag. Get up all angry, gonna kill the world. No. But I do sleep in a swag on the floor. That's another reason I do that. I don't feel like I'm going to be worthy of a bed. Not after Kelly went. That's the way it is. I haven't slept in the bed since she passed away. But you get that? Okay. Okay, we done that one, we done that one. We done that one, we're on the last page. Well, we got through it quick. That's all right. Okay, this is a good one. A very good one. Life is like a camera. You know, you focus on what's important. You capture the good times. And you develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out from those negatives, well, you take another shot. That's actually pretty good. I like the way that's been put. Life is a bit like a camera. So you focus on what's important. The important things that's going to get you through the day. The important things like the shopping list, the children. Are you going to clean the clothes to go to school? That's another thing. If you got kids, you got to really go out, because you got to remember, other kids will pick on them for the slightest thing. So you've got to try and be good for your kids. Try and take that opportunity for the bullies to stop bullying them, I guess. Well, and you've got to capture the good times. We always capture the good times. We always remember them. We always reminisce about the good times. If you do have good times, I'm sorry if you don't. But if you come here, we might have a little good time, I guess. We might. But you never know. So, develop from all the negatives. And if things don't work out, we just take another shot, don't we? Nowadays, we got the digital one. We can just delete it straight away. Not like the old film. Old film, well, that's it. We got to get another film. I like the old films. You used to capture more in them. Some of these digital cameras are really good. They've got the really good focus. But it's the pixels. And see, if you really want to get things, take pictures in an environment, like even like strange stuff, you need those proper cameras back again. Why did they take them away? Why is you got to look at this thing? See, I know digital and I know analog technology. Now, digital technology is actually a failing technology. It's prone to failure, right? It has to be shielded greatly with electronics, and that is because it's prone to failure. One sunburst could knock out all the digital, and everything is run digitally. Very little is analog. See, we are analog, like the old TV, when you used to have the box TV. That's an analog. We have the flat TV now because it's digital. Why did they take that away? When analog is actually a lot better, less prone to interference, and less prone to breaking down. Because the military run all the analog now. How do you think they got real time when they're on that ship and they fire that bomb? And they're watching through that bomb. Analog, not digital. It's a digital relay, but it's all analog. Trust me. They stole that from you and shined it off as a new thing. Oh, we got this new digital techno. Digital technology is about from the 60s. When they come up with that, and they knew it was failed then, they've been trying to get it to work ever since. So, another failed product being passed off as the future. That's why we have so much troubles with it. I'm telling you, this is the truth. This was taken away from you for military purposes. Simple as that. You've been shafted. Straight away. No lubrication. That's the fact. That's the fact. You know, your analog TV, you could have that running. No worries. It'll take a fair bit for interference to come into that TV. But your digital TV, you can't even program in your digital TV if it goes out. That's it. The old analog TV used to tune it back in. You don't have that. You don't have the pixels. You have nothing. Remember that. Why was there such a rush to get rid of all the analog? You don't throw away something that works. You know what I'm saying? You don't throw away something that works. And that worked quite fine. No, there's a reason. No, there's a reason. I don't know quite the reason, but it's got to do with money, one of the bigger reasons, and control. Because now you can just shut all that digital straight down. Click. Those analog channels and that, they still exist. Just that we can't program into them anymore. Well, that scared me. What happened there was the cat was sleeping on the speaker, road, and I sit the commode, the little fold-up commode, and I'm frightened the shit out of me. And you're looking at me like you're very smart, aren't you, Mr. Pepsicle? Cats. Okay, either you run your day, or your day runs you. Like this cat. The moment I go over to it, it's going to run away, aren't you? Yeah, you're looking at me too, smiling. Cats, they reckon they can't smile. What I tell you now, they can smile. They're very, very smart. Okay. If you don't like the road you're walking on, start paving another one. It's not so much moving on to another one, because you create the road you walk on. It's you that chooses to go that road, so it's you that's making that road. So you can choose not so much to go to another path, but to pave another one. I know it doesn't quite make sense, but that's the way it should be done. This path, everyone's go, oh, path. I go, no. Make your own path. Otherwise, you're going to be choosing someone else's path all the time. You know? That's what this comes to. This one. I'm going to go straight to the last one. And it is the last one, because that's it. Be yourself. Because everyone else is already taken. Too many people out there trying to be someone else. Be yourself. You know, identity. People have an identity crisis. I will take sexuality right out of this. We have no identity crisis. You are given a name. That's who you are. That's your identity. What the other beliefs is what your other beliefs is. Your identity is your name. Remember that. It's not your sexuality. It's not what you believe. It's your name. The name given to you at birth, or the name you've taken, or the name that's been passed on to you from God. And only God, in front of God, can He give you this divine name. The name that you got, that's your identity. My name is Michael. He calls me Archangel Michael. It's as simple as that. That's how I'm identified. We take sexuality out of it and just make everyone a person. Then there's no argument. Everyone's a person. There's no sex. You can't define a person by a sexuality. They're just a person. We're all people. We're all persons. We're all humans. And the ones that claim they're not human and non-binary, well, maybe we should put them in a lab and test them to see whether they really are. See whether we really can split them down the middle and they can regenerate two bodies. Because that's what a non-binary thing does. It doesn't breed with anything else. It breeds with itself. Asexual. I like to see that. Well, put them to the test. They really think they're non-binary? Good. Split them in half. They should be able to find their hubris corpus. Find that one, and they should be able to generate two bodies. There should be two of them standing there. If they're truly non-binary, or they're truly talking shit. People like to grab words and try to make things out of them that they're not. I can debunk everything that they say quite easily, and not angrily, and not prejudiciously, but truthfully, with information and wisdom. Even they could understand. Anyone could understand. You just have to learn to open up your mind. As simple as that. Like I said, you can be what you want to be on earth. I don't really care. Well, I do a little. Because I know what type of questions you're going to get asked when you go to heaven. And I want people to go to heaven and not all be shifted down to hell. So, like I said, what you do in this life, you can do. We've been given that opportunity. But you might be asked questions in the afterlife that you might not like. You might have to repent for everything you thought that was good in your life, in this life, in the afterlife, to go to heaven. You might have to repent it all. And you can't blame someone else. You have to take the responsibility. There's no right or wrong answer. But if you don't answer with responsibility and honesty, you will go to hell. They will not let anyone into heaven. You all get questioned. You can't trust anyone. You can't trust even the good. Everyone gets questioned. Your soul is tested. And if it is pure, and if you purify yourself through redemption, through asking for forgiveness, for repenting what you've done, for taking responsibility, you'll be allowed into heaven. You'll be forgiven. And you'll be allowed to go in. And then you'll see it was all worth the while. But the more you do down here that's against what God likes, what God wants, the more questions and the harder it is going to be for you to answer. And I don't want that. Gee, all these people are waiting to get into heaven. Lines. Have to get questioned for many days for the shit that they've done down here. You get questioned for everything that you do. Gee, if they want to, they might put you through a day question. And you don't want to ever get put through a day question, because they will question you for every day. And they have a record of what you've done every day. And if you don't remember and have answers for that, well, that's going to stack up against you. It's not like you think. You don't just get in because you die. There's a process. There's a process to everything. You can't just get into heaven. It's not that easy. Otherwise, Satan would have done it a long time ago and killed his own father. That's the whole game. There has to be a lock process. There has to be a process. He's trying to smash that process. I will protect it. And that's just the way it is. I can't change God. I can change my mind. Humanity can change its laws. We can change our ways. We can even change our sexualities. But when we get up there, you're going to find out there's a one way you should have been. And you're going to get questioned if you wasn't that way. Because that's God's way. That's his plan. He has a perfect plan to keep life going. And that's the only way it's going to go. He will not change just because humanity wants to change. This is the craziness. You just want to change everything, but you can never change God. God will change you. He will change you into mush. You look at that book. If that book is true, 144,000, that is it. That is all God will save. The rest will face annihilation. And the ones that survive, well, you get put in a cube. That doesn't sound like heaven to me. That doesn't sound like anything. That sounds like hell. That's right. God is the same today, same tomorrow, the same as he was when he first come out, when he first took over the galaxy. God will never change. He has to keep that one rule. I keep telling people, the one thing that makes God God, the God that we love, the God that we have to put our faith into, the God that can claim to be God of all gods, and also the creator of time and the universe, because that is his privilege as a God. He must keep one rule, and that is to make sure life flows. Because without life, there's nothing there to call him a God. And if there's nothing to call him a God, then he's a nothing. It is in his best interest to make sure life continues, or there will be no one to call him a God. Pretty scary, but that's his job. One of the main other jobs, his side jobs, he's supposed to protect this little fertile field, this earth, because it's a rare one. There's only one of a kind that Mother Nature made was this one. There's nothing out there like this planet. Might sprout a bit of life, but nothing like this one. There's only one earth, and God has to protect it. That's why he put all his love with the people and that down here, and decided that these humans are the ones that I'm going to love the most. Why? Because we come from a planet that is more fertile than anything out there in the universe. We are a rare, even though there's 9 billion of us, we're rare. When it comes to life, we are rare. There's not much life out there, not as much as you think. In fact, out there in all the universe, there's probably more life on Earth by tenfold than you'll find in the whole universe. You can find more life in one drop of water than you can on a whole planet in this universe. Crazy. Very crazy. Put the troll in your mind, that sort of stuff. And then I start looking at the pictures of the stars and how they go on, and it looks like a beach with sand. And then you focus out and you realize it's the Andromeda galaxy, and that's the closest one to us. We can actually see that from Perth, sometimes on a very clear night. I find that you have to go a bit further down, about 120 k's down, or 120 k's up away from the light. And sometimes you can see it in the sky up there, the Andromeda galaxy. The best place is out near Mikatara. We're out where my people, near Menzies. Mikatara is about 300 k's up the road from that. That's the best place on Earth to look at the stars. It's unreal there. You can see the galaxies and all. It's like, oh my goodness. It's like you're literally a TV show. Crazy. And the way that the light bends the moon. Some people see the moon as only a little thing. Sometimes we get a supermoon, and it's really, really big. But over in the eastern states, when you're coming through, especially in Adelaide and that, you get a huge, huge moon, like a planet rising up in front of you and takes up half the horizon. It's crazy. It's very rare, but it's like, whoa. I love the mask, yes. It's just a cheap mask. I think it's one of those $2.50 specials for the Halloween, but I thought it was good. Maybe I should take it off. Maybe I should. We see if this works. Ha ha ha! I took it off. See, ha 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 ha! See, ha ha ha! Tricked you. Yes, there's two masks. One white and one black. Sorry about that if I scared you. I have been waiting to do that one. Well, we got through the content. We've done the hour. That's really good. I probably shut it down very shortly because I'm getting tired again. Like I said, then it's time for a drink. And I've done the hour. I only plan to be usually on for an hour. I'm not going to be like these other ones and dribble. Until maybe after Jaguar's case, then there'll be a bit more to talk about, a bit more to calm down, a bit more to try and deal with all these trolls because they're going to go crazy. So there's going to be a lot of work. And I'm glad you, Kiki Eyes and Saga Review, I'm glad you came in. I'm glad all the other people are here. I thank you, Captain R. Smith. Yes, thank you for loving the mask. I tried to do my best. Tried to make a bit of a show. All these people sitting there, I get bag this one, I get the bag that one, I get this one, blah, 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 fucking wow. Sorry, it just drives you crazy. Just change the channel. I mean, gee, Christ. And then you go to the next channel and they're doing the same shit. And the next, and the next, and the next. And it's crazy, and they're making all this money, and then you try to do a bit of entertainment, but no one wants to listen to it. No, they want to listen to this. Oh, I got to be in the mix. I got the feeling because, well, I just got driven to the channel. I got driven to Wolfgang's channel. I liked what he was trying to do with the music. All of a sudden, he made me a moderator. Took a while for Jack to do it, but I understand that. I didn't expect that. And then she made me one. So, I will stand by them. You have to remember, you've got to make a stand in life, or you don't stand for anything. These ones that jump from one camp to the other, they don't stand for anything. You can't trust them. They will stab you in the back. They will betray you as soon as look at you. They will sell you and your bum for a wedding ring to a rat in an alley. That's the type of people that they are. They have no morals. They have no justification. And they have no sense of feeling for what they're doing to someone else. You can't go through life like that expecting to be forgiven all the time. Trolls like that need to go to hell. And if they're going to keep going, well, that's where they deserve to go. I'm sorry, you can't save everybody. And people like that there that just want to keep going on and dribble, well, I'm sorry, but you deserve to go to hell. Magic, she started off great. I thought she was going to be a little hero. She would have been fantastic. Imagine going through that child when Jaguar shoves it up the bum, because she will. That's on the cards. That's why they're trying to silence her before she gets there. Simple as that. She could have been something, been a real hero, but now she's just a bitter troll. I don't know what's happening with Gordon. I haven't seen any activity in her channel. The cats are killing each other. That means fur is flying everywhere. Wait a second. You kids, do you want to sort those cats out? Yes, I can hear them go, wow, wow. They're two male cats. They get a bit angry. They rip the shit out of each other, and it's crazy. Fur everywhere. Because one's a very fluffy cat, and the one's not. Oh, I'm going to have to deal with this. What? What's going on? Where are they? I am sorry about that. That was absolutely crazy. Those cats were trying to kill each other. Yes. Wow. They had each other by the throat and they was really trying to kill each other. And every time we separated them, they jumped straight back together. Oh, crazy. Well, that's the indication that I'm going to have to shut this chat down and sort these cats out. That's crazy. Got me all puffing. Clothes everywhere. Well, thank you for coming in. Oh, got my adrenaline up. Oh, there's one of them now. At least they've calmed down. Ah, Teppy. You probably started the Teppy, and he made you piss, didn't he? Yes. Well, I will catch you next time. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Kiki Eyes. Thank you, Saga Review. I know you were somewhere there. Thank you, Captain Smith. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the 4 people that are watching. We will be back on tomorrow night, probably about 10 o'clock. I might start doing it 10 o'clock all the time because 9 o'clock I'm just not quite ready. And believe it or not, I feel like I've got to do a bit of a show, so the green room, and I start panicking and I have to go to the toilet, and no, I'm late. Crazy. But I'm having fun, and I hope you are having fun. And we learn a little bit of something, and we put God in charge. We do the Lord's Prayer for the day. That's the main thing. I don't pray until I do the Lord's Prayer on my chat. I find I rather do it with people than by myself. But it is good to also do it by yourself. God is listening. And He loves you if you open up your heart and your mind for Him. So, I will see you soon. I have to deal with these cats. And I'll see you later. Got you.